Ciao, everybody. Welcome to the hot take of the week, and it is a big one, as you can see at the bottom of your screen there. First and foremost, my name is Julian Gennady, and welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. But it is hot take time because is Juve's training method and medical staff good enough, or are they not good enough? That is the biggest question of all the things that don't go on or that go on behind the scenes. We know the laundry list of current players out before the season has even kicked off. Paul Pogba, knee injury. McKennie, dislocated shoulder. Pellegrini's had a knee contusion. Quadrado, stomach issues. From what? I don't know. Chiesa, obviously, is out he's recovering from his torn ACL. Kyle George is coming off with patellar injury. He's been out since January as well. He's recovering. Szczęsny, muscle injury, 20 days out to start the season. We have Mattia Perin playing 3 games right off the bat. What is the issue here? Also, not to mention, all of the continuous muscle injuries that players kept getting. Dybala, one of the main things was he kept getting muscle injuries. We kept saying, what is happening here? Dybala, it's your fault, but it's kind of the medical team's fault as well. Who else is injury prone? Ever since Zakaria got here, he's been carrying a knock up until the preseason. As soon as he got here, he was out for a while. The laundry list goes on and on and on. Sandro, always hamstring problems. Danilo had a hip problem last year. Bonucci's calves are garbage. Why? What is happening with the medical staff? What are we doing at training that we get so many injuries during trainings? In the past, Chiellini tore his ACL in training. How do you do that? What are you doing in training? Simone Folletti is the athletic coach at Juventus. Obviously, he is a coach that runs the warm-ups or, again, the non-ball stuff, I assume, or the small touches with balls at the beginning or at the end of training during preseason, whatnot, to basically get your condition back. What are we doing here? Why is Weston McKennie dislocating his shoulder in training? What is he going up for a slam dunk? No, you're not playing that sport. Is he going up for a header in a contentious header against Gatti? Why? It's preseason. You don't have to be doing that. You're never winning that header, by the way, anyway. Gatti's a house. He's always winning that header. I'm obviously not blaming him either. But what are we doing at training? What are we doing in the medical center that's not speeding up the process with these muscle injuries? How can we prevent these muscle injuries from happening? They go hand in hand. Folletti, the athletic coach, is he overusing these players? We see Premier League teams go through more strenuous, even Bayern Munich, Matthias de Ligt, he called out, and the Bayern Munich team, they called out Juventus's lack of training, basically. De Ligt's first preseason training session apparently was so hard on him, he hasn't had a hard training session in 3 years. What, are ours not intense enough? Why do we keep getting injuries then? I don't understand what's going on here. It's a massive, massive issue because on paper, this team can go far with everything materializing at the end of the Mercato. We can go far. On paper, this team's pretty good, especially in Serie A. You expect to fight with the big dogs. But countless injuries, not like unneeded, stupid injuries, muscle, niggling injuries, hamstring, calf, oh my quadriceps. Why are we getting these injuries? I don't like, and I'm sure everyone else is fed up with this too, but I think the hot take is, my hot take's going to be about this, they're not qualified. I know they just changed the athletic coach. I can't blame the players. Because a guy like Denis Zakaria's injury history there was nothing. It was almost clean. Filip Kostic is coming in here. He's not hurt yet. I'll say yet because I don't know. But Filip Kostic hasn't got it, or he's coming in. He has a flawless injury record. If this dude gets an injury in the first month that he's here, there are serious questions that need to be asked. Are we playing Red Rover during training? Are we playing on a slip and slide? Like, you know how they get the tarp out, put water on it? Are we practicing on that? Ripping our hamstrings open? What are we doing at training? And whenever we get to watch the trainings, obviously it's lighthearted, it's a lot of ball work, so we don't get to see the intense part of training. I would love to see one of those. If you recall, Dani Alves, one of the issues why he was at, or one of his issues when he was at Juventus was Max Allegri, a day before the Champions League final, had the guys training very hard. When Dani Alves been there, done that 3 times before that, he was like, what are we doing? I've won this competition 3 times. We never trained this hard before the game. Why are we doing it now? And this was five years ago when Allegri was the coach. So is it Allegri? Is it this Folletti guy who's new? I doubt it's the Folletti guy that's new. I think they go in hand, Allegri and Folletti, or whoever the athletic coach is, and they create the structure for preseason. They create the structure for the fitness sessions. And I think they overwork them. Or they're not stretching properly and they don't have the stretching mechanisms, or they don't have the proper getting loose, the lactic acids in your muscles. They're not getting used to it. They're not preparing themselves well. And it's hurting them in the season where it counts most. At this point, like I said, you can blame it on the player somewhat. If it's the same player getting hurt, it turns out it's probably the player. But in Zakaria's case, what the hell? He came here from almost a flawless injury record, and now all of a sudden he got hurt. With McKennie, why are you dislocating your shoulder? Why is Szczesny have a contusion? Did he fall when he caught the ball? Is this a freak injury again? Like, why do the freak injuries happen to us? And then why is our medical staff not picking up on the injuries right away? Why is our medical staff not doing what they're supposed to do and trying to get the player on the field as quick as possible? Why is Paul Pogba getting 18 different references for his knee? I think I know why. I have a hot take for that, and that's because he just wanted to go to the World Cup. But why didn't we just use the Juventus doctor? What's his name? Luca Stefanini. Why can't Luca Stefanini just tell, hey, Paul, probably should have surgery, or Paul, you can do some therapy for it without surgery, without being invasive. For Weston McKennie, you should be probably playing in 2 weeks, max. You shouldn't be out for 4 weeks with a dislocated shoulder. I'm sorry. And if you are, you should probably get surgery on it and not try and, like, I'm not a doctor. I'm not saying I'm a doctor, but at the end of the day, the point of a sports doctor is to get you back on the field as quick as possible in the best shape as possible. And I don't think they're doing a good enough job. What other team in Europe has 7 injuries before the season starts? To mostly key players, besides Pellegrini and Kyle George. Cuadrado, Chiesa, Pogba, McKennie, and there's one more I'm forgetting. I forget. Sorry. Szczesny. That's incredible. Incredibly bad. So enough of that. Something needs to happen. Because I don't see, like, I saw Tonali got hurt for Milan. I don't know who else. You don't see this around Serie A. Paul Pogba played half a game for us in preseason. McKennie did not play in preseason. He trained a bunch, then he dislocated his shoulder. Luca Pellegrini, you got a bone contusion and you can't play? You can't play because you got a bone contusion? That's a bruise. Cuadrado, you have a stomach issue? Like, I get it, but you're missing 3 games in a row for a stomach issue? What's going on here? I wish the medical team and Juventus in general were just open and honest as well when as soon as a player gets injured. And they don't BS timelines. So that needs to be worked on. Again, hot take video. It's not really much of a hot take, but I'm infuriated by the amount of injuries that we do get throughout the years, muscle, freak, whatever have you, and the delay that it takes for them to get back on the pitch. Mystery injuries, mystery timelines are not good. It's not good for the vibe of the club. It's not good for the morale or the fans. And it's just another reason why some fans are fed up. Be sure to follow Bianconeri Zone on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Bianconeri Zone. Follow myself at Gennady151. Follow Justin Sofro at Justin Sofro on Twitter. Follow Alejandro at Alejandro BZ on Twitter. Thank you all for listening to my hot take. Shit's got to get sorted. I'm sorry. But we need a full strength squad if we want to win the Scudetto again. Ciao. Peace out. We'll see you later.